Is it possible to succeed as an introvert in the world we live in? Well, the short answer is yes. So first, what is an introvert? Is it someone that's shy? Kind of, but not really. An introvert gets replenished by solitude, by spending time one-on-one with people and not with groups, in a quiet setting. An introvert gets energy from peaceful environments. When I started as an entrepreneur, I was very much eager to succeed while staying hidden and not having to show my face on social media and having to post 5 times a week and having to put myself out there constantly. I was very much curious about how to create that. And I actually attended an event in Paris. I think it was in 2016 or something like that. And the topic was how to succeed as a discreet entrepreneur. And I was very much curious to learn from people who made it. A lot of coaches went on stage and explained to us that actually it's not about being discreet. It's about respecting your energy, respecting the core of who you are, while sharing your gifts with the world and serving with all your heart. And the good thing is that you don't have to do it the way that everyone is doing it. And today, I'm going to share a few tips with you so that you too can succeed as an introvert. And at the end of this video, you're going to be able to create from the right place for you and respect your own rhythm. I'm Anne-Claire Méret. I've been an entrepreneur for more than 12 years and I've generated millions of euros with my company. I offer online programs, coaching training. I also write books and conduct retreats. I live in Bali, a very peaceful life with my husband, our dog and 2 cats, and I also have a boyfriend. I have a lot of space for my personal life. I live a very quiet life. I sleep early in the evening. I don't socialize very much. I do a bunch of videos with my computer. I have a great team and we're very solid. And I don't feel that I need to overshare or that I need to overdo it. And I can stay myself and respect my energy. But it was not always like this. For a while, I thought I had to be different to be able to make it in this world, which wasn't true. Key number 1 that I want to share with you today, it's all about owning your vision. I don't believe that success belongs to the loudest voice. I believe that it belongs to people who have the greatest clarity, who have a vision and are driven. And introverts have great strength. Indeed, they are very focused. They're able to listen. They have great self-awareness and they're very creative. So I invite you to honor when you need space to replenish. It's not a weakness. It's a treasure. Don't apologize when you need space and put yourself first. I have a question for you. Where do you get your best ideas? From a brainstorm with others or from a walk alone with your thoughts? I have my answer. I go for walks every single day, usually in the mornings, and I bring a notebook always. And as I walk 1 or 2 hours by the beach, this is where I get my greatest ideas. This is where I wrote my past few books. This is where I crafted my online programs. It's not in front of my computers. It's not during meetings. It's not with people. It's just me, barefoot on the sand with messy hair. So listen to yourself. Where are you most inspired? Key number 2, your energy is your currency. Your energy is so valuable. You have to care for it. Introverts don't need to be extroverts. I'm going to give you a tip. You have to manage your days according to your level of energy and respect it. For example, I don't like to be available for people in the morning. I will only start meetings or one-on-one coachings or group coaching or teaching from 11 a.m. I was not always like that. I used to think that I had to perform from early morning to late evening if I wanted to make it. That is not true. We have moments in the day where we must be alone because we're going to give our best in this way. And there are times of the day when it's easier for us to be with others. So listen and respect that to the maximum you can. Don't hesitate also to create space between your meetings or after social events if you need time for recovery. This is very precious. Between you and me, I've created a lot of my success and my 7-figure business from my bedroom. So I know it's possible. You don't have to be what you're not. And yes, it's okay to be comfortable while you create your empire. I know a few other people who have inspired me a lot who are also like this. For example, Amanda Frances or Manifestation Babe, Catherine Zenkina. They're also very much respecting their peace. Do you know them? Next piece is important. You don't have to be loud, but you have to show up strongly. The quality of your visibility doesn't imply that you have to be loud. I'm going to share a story with you. I used to have a coach about 2 years ago, and I hired her because I wanted to work in English. And I told her, I said, what used to work for me in French, I think will not work in English because to my understanding, the coaches in the English market are louder. They wear a lot of makeup and they have their hair done and their nails, and it's just like out there all the time. I worked a lot on that piece with my coach, and I understood that one of my strengths was actually simplicity and being deeply connected to my heart, which is not necessarily something that I need to change in order to conquer a market. I can let people meet me where I am. There are a lot of ways to share your message while being fully who you are. For example, I write books. I love long-form content. And actually, the people from my community, they love that about me. I go deep. I take my time. I offer long formats. And I don't do cheap clickbaits. And we also have to acknowledge that being an introvert comes with a lot of qualities. We're usually great listeners, and we can hit with precision. I love listening to people, and I love being there, being the one asking them the right question at the right time. If you would see me in a group, you would be shocked, Usually when I meet new people and when I'm in groups, I don't talk, or not much. And then when people ask me about my life, I just respond, briefly. And then I ask great question at the right time, and people remember me. I did have to work on my ability to put my message out there. I was very scared, and I had to understand what I was really scared about. And I think I was scared of being criticized. I was also scared of showing too much of myself. And then I took a few classes with someone who was working in the theater industry, and he was specifically helping people who had written theses to put themselves out there and being able to present their work to the world. So, nerds. I could relate because I had written a few books and I was unable to give conferences. And it helped me a lot understand that it was all about one-on-one connection. So for example, right now, I'm recording a video and I'm not thinking that I might talk to 200 people or 500 people or maybe 10,000 people. No, I'm thinking that I'm talking to one person. And I do my best to imagine that this person is kind of someone like me 10 years ago, and that I get to share my experience for this person to save time and energy and to be able to show up in the world. And by putting myself in those shoes, it's much easier. So don't hesitate to seek help, because there is always someone that can help you if you want to talk in public and if you want to be more confident while being who you are. It's not about being different of who you are. It's about giving your best. I'm going to share something else about one of my clients that I love dearly. And she told me something like, I don't want to play the online game. I don't want to use social media at all. I don't want to put my photo out there. I want to make it without that. And she was a very spiritual person. And I told her, I understand you want to serve the world with your gifts and you want to contribute transforming humanity. If your message is so big and so important to you, then you might want to reconsider and being okay with being seen, because it's not about you, it's about your message. And at first, she didn't receive it very well. But then she came back to me a little bit later and she said, yeah, that's right. It's not about me, it's about the message. So now I'm okay showing up online because the message is more important than me. And this is also what happened to me. I was so scared, I was so shy, I was so much willing to be hidden. But then I understood that, okay, I spent so much time writing books about things which are so valuable to me, and I want to help as many people as I can. But if I stay hidden, I'm not giving my best. So I had to understand what I was willing to give and what I was willing to keep for myself. And what I discovered along the way is that so many people are grateful when you do that. I didn't expect that. I got so many messages, and still to that day, every single week, I receive many messages from people who say, thank you for saying out loud what I was also thinking, but I couldn't put words on it. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for sharing this that day, because I could see the light, and now I find the courage to change this or that. It's just so beautiful. Next key. You need to understand that you don't need to be the life of the party for people to want to be around you and for unlocking a form of magnetism that make people want to work with you. And I think that today a lot of people have a misconception about success and about big communities out there online. Because I know a lot of people, and I've worked with them, who have hundreds of thousands of followers and don't make a decent living with that. because their followers don't trust them to the point that they get their credit cards out and buy their courses or books or programs or whatever they're selling. On the contrary, I know of entrepreneurs who have a small community and make a great living. So it's not about the size. It's about the quality of the trust that you're able to create with people. And I think that introverts are actually winning at that game. Of course, then you have to ask yourself some deep questions. What does success mean to you? For me, it doesn't mean having 1 million followers. It means having a great, financially rewarding business where I do what I love from the heart and serve the right kind of people. What is it for you? Success is not about fitting in and showing off. Success is about crafting what fits you. Give yourself permission to build your success around depth and define your success metrics around who you are. I believe introverts don't need to change. Yes, they do need to be able to show up, but the world is also evolving as we are stepping out. So it's okay to rock your inner quiet. This is our era. In a world where everything is so loud, I think people like to find us. We are like a breath of fresh air. And I'm going to leave you with one more question. What would stop for you if you would stop faking being extrovert in certain situations? What would change? What else would be possible in the way you show up? And to help you build your confidence, I invite you watch a free video that I created a while ago about embracing your uniqueness. You can click down below this video and join the link. It's completely free. And you will discover what makes you you and what you actually have to offer the world without trying to be different. And I'm happy to help you with that. I want to celebrate you for being fully yourself and be willing to make a difference in the world while respecting your energy. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one.